if you're working in a worksheet and you want to not only figure out where certain formulas are coming from, but actually go to those cells, then one thing that you can do is use Control left bracket. And what that does is, you can see here in this example, the 10 is taking 9, which is over here as a cell reference, and it's adding 1 to it. Okay, so if I want to go into this formula and figure out, like, okay, where instead of reading D9, say where is D9, if I actually want to go to that cell, then I will hit Control left bracket, and my cursor will actually jump right over to that cell. Okay, and this actually works in all kinds of different formulas. So if I did Control left bracket on the 9, my cursor would go to all of the cells that lead into this 9. So this is probably one of the more helpful shortcuts that exists if you're in a sheet with a lot of different formulas. Something that's really important to know. For example, if you have formulas on different sheets, here's where it can be really helpful. So I'll go to the second sheet, and if I enter a formula that is the sum of numbers that are on this first sheet back here, let's say the 2 and let's just say I'm going to sum that 2, enter. This is really helpful because here I am working on the sheet. I have no clue where this is coming from, and so if I wanted to go back and adjust this or edit it without this shortcut, I'd have to look up and see, okay, sheet 1 D6, and then I'd have to go over to sheet 1 and find D6 and go, oh, it's 2. That can take a lot of time. Instead, what you can do is Control left bracket, and it will take you directly to that cell. Now, once you've done this, if you want to go back to where you were before, the easiest way to do that is to hit F5, and you can see down here in the reference that you're going to, it should always be the cell that you came from immediately before hitting Control left bracket. So just hit F5, enter, and it takes you right back to where you were before. So huge time saver if you're working with a lot of different equations. Another thing that you can do is, instead of going to the cell before that leads into your equation, you can actually go to the cell that is the result of, or that uses your number by jumping to dependence, and you do that by entering Control right bracket. So Control right and left bracket work the same way, they just go in opposite directions, and then whichever direction you go, you can always hit F5, enter, and it will take you to the cell that you were at previously.